everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Ultimate Promotional Product Branding webinar, brought to you by Uprint Digital Direct. I'm Megan McCarthy, editor of Sign Africa. I'd like to welcome and introduce our panelists, Richard and Jordan Steinbach from Uprint. Welcome, guys.
Well, how's it? How are you? How's everybody?
So just some housekeeping rules for our attendees. If you have a question for the panelist, please post these in the question section. We will have a dedicated question and answer session after the panelist discussions. The chat section is just there for general banter. Please also remember to take our polls in the polls section. So Richard and Jordan, my first question for you is, how does Uprint go beyond other businesses by offering a total solutions package?
Okay, so the big difference between our opposition systems and ours, everybody knows that we use the Oki engine, for our business. Okay, so the big difference is that our business can print on any product and all products, from clothing through to plastic, stainless steel, glass, ceramics, polypropylene, which is a difficult product to get right. We have chemicals and additives for each one of these products, which makes ours totally unique to, and the amount of stuff that we can do is substantially more than your other machines. So you don't need, for our technology, you don't need to have like a UV machine to do something and then a direct to garment. We kind of can do everything with the Uprint system.
Okay, and then what?
Yeah. So you can also do, you can use your heat press with it. You can use your cap press. We just have a handheld press. So there's, it's a total solution package in that you can transfer onto heat. And then you can also do the added benefit of chemical transfer, which allows you to brand on all the items without sublimated coating, which can be any shape mug, any shape pen, any shape glass product, any shape stainless steel.
So basically any shape. We're not limited to shape or size.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do cooler boxes with the same way we do a lunch box. So it doesn't really, size isn't an issue for us. So we don't have to have something to fit into a machine. And another unique thing about us is that we don't have to create a grid or anything for our products because everything's done by hand. So you can get people, let's say you wanted to get volume out, you would be able to get volume out by simply replacing that person. You wouldn't have to have a machine for that person. That person would just need to have his hands and a pad in front of him, and he's a pad printer. All right, so you can get volume out very easily without having to invest in more machinery, like a pad print for that. For instance, if it's a two-color job, if you wanted to increase your volume, you'd have to get another two-color pad printer, which costs 60,000 Rand. So with our machine, our A4 machine, we can do all of that, and by simply
just adding an extra person,
you can increase double your volume.
Yes.
All right, and it doesn't have to be a skilled person either. I hope that answers that.
Yeah. So then what makes your system unique?
Okay, so what we got is we've got a few props here. Okay, so just so that people know it, this is a fuser unit. Okay, you can see it's a brand new one. It's still got its tag. We pull them out of our machines. This thing runs at 220 degrees and it's 220 volts. So in order for your printer to run, a normal printer, and you fuse onto the paper. And then what that actually does, let me put that down. What that actually does is it then limits you to what you can actually do with it. Now, what we do, okay, is we actually remove that and we put on, hold that, Jules, and we put in this in its place. Okay, so now that's substantially lighter. Okay, it's got a carrier and a fan. And what actually happens is the fan presses the page down onto the carrier rollers. That then brings your paper out of the machine without anything touching the surface of the machine. All right, so
of the paper.
So you get a page out like that. Sorry, I'm just going to wait till that focuses. You get a page out like that, and then let me just put that down, George. Okay, and you'll see. I'm going to go up close here. You'll see this here now. If you look at that, I've just smudged the toner. So this toner sits there, and nothing's touched it. Nothing's touched the page. No 220 degrees has petrified that image in place. Now, if your roller goes, and this is why we can do what we can do, is because This fuser unit, if something goes wrong with it, gets a scratch on anything, it's going to replicate that scratch or mark on your page. So it eliminates a hell of a big problem in laser printers. Okay, that's why we are unique in that respect.
Yeah, and that's obviously that's what that modification does is it gives you the ability to do our chemical transfer. So that's where the invention lies. It's the combination of the printer, the chemical, and the paper. It's all three together that work simultaneously to give you the finishes that we have.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
And then why is your 5-year warranty 2 years longer than anyone else's?
All right, so again, I refer back to the fuser unit. Okay, so because this fuser unit is out of the machine, there's no 220 volts, we only run it on 24 volt. It doesn't sit there with 220 degrees worth of heat. And I mean, you can understand that if there's 220 degrees heat in a box, that box is going to age. Your bolts are going to get old. The toners that are closest or the drums that are closest to this unit will age. So if you leave your machine or don't use it for a while, it goes on and off. And this also goes to sleep. You know, it's very well programmed. That make no mistake, it's a very good unit with it as well. But if it goes to sleep and you need to print a page, you got to wake this thing up. It's got to get to temperature before it would print again. That can take a few minutes. With our technology, because it starts off straight away, you can put that page and immediately prints because it's not waiting for this thing to come to temperature. Now, because this thing isn't in there, nothing ages, or it ages very slowly at much lower rates, like a fraction of the rate. So we give you the extra 2 years. And even after that 2 years, we would still fix this machine free of charge, except for the consumables. The reason being is for every machine that's out there, we are making money. So we'll keep you going. We've got machines that are 10, 12 years old out there already that are A4 CMYWs, that were CMYK, that are coming back to us to upgrade to CMY white at this stage, because we used to print a long time ago when we were CMYK. Now we're CMY white, 90% of our product now, and all those C711s we sold in the early days are now coming back to us, and we're upgrading them and sending them back to the clients with the firmware that we now use. All right. So that is why we can give you or want you to continue working with our boxes. And it's this technology is also everything to us. Okay, we're a family-run business, and we do not sell anything else. We don't focus on large format or UV or direct to garment or any of the other technologies out there. This is my patent. Personally, I developed this almost 20 years ago. If you go and look at my patent, you'll see it's a patent that is substantially old. We look after that patent, and what that does is protect our clients that buy our technology and invest in it, especially our overseas clients, which is growing quite substantially at this moment.
Okay, great. And then Richard, before we go into the demonstration, 2 questions have come in. Sean Fredericks is asking, can you print on transparent sticker A4 sheets to make a transparent sticker? That's in the question section. Okay,
so you would, you can put any vinyl through my machine. Because we don't use a fuse unit, it's not going to melt. So it's a totally cold solution. The only thing you would do is if you print that sticker to get it to fuse to that, we would then put a special coating over it. So it'll go from one station to the next, and you put a special coating over that, and it does. In fact, guys, doming. So if you've got a little die cutter that you can buy for like $2-3 grand, you can actually use CorelDRAW and if it's a little laser registration one, you can actually do resin doming with our technology. And the beautiful thing is, guys, that you've got white with our machine, so you can go and put a gold vinyl through, or a glitter gold, or anything really that any other printer can't, like your Rolands and all those big machines. They've got to have special vinyl, so that because it's a wet ink and it's got to sit there without running. So ours doesn't. Ours is a dry toner, so it'll take that toner. You can then fuse it on, die cut it, and you can make domes that are incredible. So you don't have to go and buy a 200,000 Rand Roland if you want to start doming
or doing stickers.
Yeah.
Okay, then another question from Kwamibi is, can we print on leather, especially diaries?
Okay, diaries is a very big market for us. Okay, it's very simple. Our Marine AB can go onto any leather, and if it's a very smooth product, we've got an even cheaper solution for that.
Okay, That's fantastic. So, guys, you've got a bit of a demonstration for us. So we're going to cross over to that. So let's, we'll just get ready for that.
How's it, guys? It's Richard. I'm sure you guys remember from all the YouTube videos. For those guys who've been watching us, for the guys who haven't, welcome to Uprint. This is our new showroom. We've staged it like we do our shows because of coronavirus, and now we're going to be doing everything virtually for a while. I hope that you find this entertaining. We've got 20 minutes to show you as much as we can and how many products we can do. This is my son Jordan.
How's it going?
Okay, he's been with me for 7 years since he left school. He knows everything about Uprint, and you're going to probably see more in videos than me from now on. You probably have already. All right,
guys,
so guys,
I want to emphasize that we are running this live. There's no editing, so if there's any doorbells ringing, phones ringing, you're going to hear it.
Yeah,
let's go for it.
Guys, so just be patient. All right, guys, so great, come in, guys. First of all, just what we did here was we put up a map of where Uprint is at the moment in the world. We've gone to the United States, we're up in Europe, in Asia, we're in Australia. We haven't got through to South America yet, but you can see how busy Africa is for us. So we are growing. We're an international company, and our product is liked all around the world. All right, come through to the showcase here, guys. So what we're going to do today is pretty much what's in the showcase. We're going to be showing you how we print it. Okay, and there's going to be no editing, so it's going to be as you see it as we do it. All right, so Justin, if you can pull in close here, you can see printing on wood, stainless steel straws, PVC, candles, polypropylene plastic, stainless steel. All right, guys, some more stainless steel down here. You got anodized stainless steel in these Chinese sticks, chopsticks. There we go. And there's a camping knife and fork set. You can see on the powder coating side as well as the stainless steel side. Again, yeah, look at the accuracy on our stainless steel on the knives and things like that. Key rings out in the back there are a big product for us, especially on the stainless steel side. All right, it's just
in the back there.
And then ceramics, guys, is a big part of the market. Ceramics. All right, glass down here on the bottom left. Okay, you can see some more anodized stainless steel there. Actually, I think that's anodized aluminium. PU plastic, right. Then you see, guys, full wrap printing on pens. Only company in the world that can digitally full wrap print on pens. If anybody can tell us different, we'd be welcome to see that. Okay, as you can see, onto powder coated bottles. All right, here we go, is a full wrap. As you can see, a full wrap. The one of Madonna and Coca-Cola there. All right.
All the way around.
Okay. Now that's a great. We call it the business card pen, where you can put a full business card on a pen. Again, only company that can wrap print a pen full color like that, without it being a vacuum form or anything like that. All right. Then guys like bamboo, soccer balls. Again, some stainless steel. Trophy market is huge for Uprint. A lot of our companies that do trophies use our technology. There's the American football, that a lot of companies in America actually do American footballs because we can get around the nipples. Again, some candles. What do you call that? It's like a pencil box, but the material is like a bag material. Lots of any kind of material, as you know. Okay, again, there's all the Earthstone ball. We did that quite a few years ago. You can see it's been used. 2017, unfortunately, passed, but we did a few of those balls for some clients. Okay, guys, so let's get cracking at it. We're going to start with church straight away. On the Marine AB side, we're going to do the Marine AB side, and then Jordan's going to do something, I'm going to do something. Then we're going to go through to the chemical side, and we're going to go. So we got a little time, so we're going to get cracking. Heat up the press quickly. George, why don't you do a print for us quickly? Show the client side of the print.
And it's going to pull that through. Okay, it comes out the back tray here. Nice and easy. Got some government logos on there. And some nice colourful logos, which we're going to be branding now. Let's take it across to the heat press. We're going to be...
That's going to be for your wood, so I'm looking for a...
Are you going to do a t-shirt?
Yeah, I'm going to do a t-shirt print.
Let's do a
okay, so look, I've got one pre-printed here. Okay, so we're going to start t-shirts first. Okay, so I got one here. You can see it's printed. It hasn't been fused yet. Guys, the one thing you know about Uprint is we do not fuse onto our paper. So if you look here closely, bring it in nice and closely. In fact, Geordie, bring one there so we don't ruin it. But if you look at that, guys, you can see when we smudge that, this toner is not cured onto the page. This is one of the Uprint's major advantages. It's kind of the way we can take things off chemically is because it's transferred. The toners are transferred before they're fused. We do fuse in some cases, but depending on the product. But we'll go through that as we go through it. All right, guys, so great. Just heat up that base a bit. We're going to put that paper on the marine side, the A side. Pull a B sheet out. Remember, guys, always to keep your paper. There you go. Thank you, Jordan. All right, and we're going to just center that. Okay, you guys are by now very familiar with marine AB or any other AB. Ours is different because we use water to release, so you're going to see that in the demonstration. And so there's a big advantage over that. You don't have to take your shirt off the press, and I'll show you that as well. So just give me a second.
This is also a 30-second press, where our competitors is a 90-second press. So we are 60 seconds per page faster, as you can see now.
All right.
No need for cooling, and then you go straight into peel.
Come close in there, just let them see the peel. All right.
That's a perfect peel. Let's show the B paper there.
There we go. So you can see the self-weeding on that, guys. The self-weeding on that is what's huge in this industry now. No more heavy prints anymore. You can rasterize. It's always good to just pre-press it, get the moisture out of it, especially in the high humid places like Durban, where we are. Lekker Durbs. Place my sheet. I've just trimmed that sheet as well, the outside. Place that sheet on. What we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to print on this. We're only printing black because we're going to do a foil for you. Okay, so we've got a nice foil here. It's got a nice glittery look. And what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to just show you how simple it is on the Uprint side to foil something. So you can take that off. There's something sticky up there.
Just put your you can put your baking paper on top of that just to avoid that in the future.
Yeah, we could have used baking paper to do that. You're 100% right, Jordan. I should have put a bit of baking paper, but it shouldn't matter too much in this respect. Okay. And now, guys, here's the uniqueness about Uprint. You can see what I'm doing on here. I'm just simply putting on, it's a sponge wrapped in a cloth, and I'm just going around the paper and releasing the image. You can see the image clearly come through. Now, guys, what I'm going to show you here is unique to Uprint. Okay, so watch what I do here. If you're going to come this side, just you're not going to see the graphic too easy because it is black. But if you watch how simple I'm pulling, I'm literally, there's no tension at all. So these tiny little dots and things like, you got no chance of pulling them off. You see, I went slowly for a reason, but I could have jerked that right off because it's very easy. All right, so what I'm going to do is, you can second press that, but for time, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to second press that with my foil. Okay, take it, and then should we let that cool a little bit? There's two ways of doing that.
Foil needs to be cool.
Yeah, Jordan's under the impression. I sometimes argue with that, but we're going to go his way because we're on show here at the moment. So come across here, Dust. I'm just going to let that cool down. Okay, the quickest we can do that is just to let that cool down a little bit. Okay. Now the nice thing about foiling, guys, is if it doesn't come out 100%, this is still a bit what? If it doesn't come out 100%, you can refoil. As long as that ink is there, you can refoil that. Now it looks a little bit dull, but if you look at that, that's the kind of foiling it is. It's like a glitter. All right. Now, if we wanted to put a different or more foil on that, we could redo that, and wherever the ink or the foil hasn't taken to the ink, it'll redo it. Okay. If you come across here, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to put this graphic onto a white shirt. Okay, we just printed that. All right. So just a graphic, a nice full color graphic onto a white shirt. Again, our Marine AB. Just fold that. Make sure it's down. All right. You can come this side, Joss. So just show them. This is a solid graphic. There's a lot of ink, so you can see it pulls a lot more. But as long as you're getting a full pull like that, you 100%. Again, you can see that that whole thing has come off nicely. You can.
So what I'm doing here is I'm trimming around the paper. Your marine A and B paper or the B paper leaves a little bit of a line around the edges. You'll especially see that on a black shirt, so always make sure to trim around your page, nice and simple like that. You can have a bin here. I don't have a bin, so I'm just going to put that shirt on the floor.
Okay. You like to put the silicone on there. Where is that?
There's a bin.
It's always good to do that with a white shirt in case there's any marks on that, and it's going to go straight off the white shirt. So guys, you don't have to do the full 20 seconds on the first press. You can do 10, anything more than 10 is fine. Okay, again, with the water, just run it nicely around the edges. Okay, using your left and right hand, because if you come across, you tend to get water on the shirt. And again, it's not a major problem. It's just water, but it just slows you down a little bit. So I'm just going. So instead of waiting for it to cool down, you are now forcing the release with the moisture. Okay, and as long as I can see the whole graphic. Okay, again, all right, quick pull off like that. You see those nice rich colors. And then this one is just another press for 40 seconds. We're going to just do 30 for the show. You just show them just on the shirt here on the wall. That's an A3 foil. It's a nice, look how nice those colors look. All right.
Take a look at the peel.
There we go. Okay, and you just...
It's always advisable to give it a little bit of cool before peeling. So you can also take a cloth and rub the top surface if you'd like.
Okay. Alright guys, and there's a nice full color shirt for you. And it's nice, it's not heavy like your vinyls. Okay, a solid image like it is heavier than rasterizing. And we're going to show you the difference between a rasterized image and a full color image.
Take it across here. So your rasterized image, as you can see here on the wall, we've got two images here. This is a photo of myself. My father took a photo of me when I was at a show. And you can see I'm just holding the phone in my hand. The rasterization is it's printed in pixelated form. As you can see there, it's in lines. So it's basically feels like silkscreen, and it's a lot more durable, as this can crunch up into a small ball without damaging the logo. Obviously with your larger logos it can get damaged like that, and that's when you see with the heat transfers after 30 washes you start to see a crack or a bend in it. The rasterization prevents that. It allows you to brand for longer. Okay, so we've got that across there, a different setting on here. That's Justin, and then you've got your light garment finisher. You can see there rasterization prints in pixelated form, so it basically allows the white to pop through everywhere, and that gives you the ability to make it feel like a silk screen. Okay, next thing we're going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing the t-shirts on here. I'm going to give this quickly. Take your the same method of doing t-shirts. We're doing caps now. Multiple logos on the paper. You can actually get these logos nice and close together. The smaller the product, the more profit you're going to make. Once you print a lot of logos on a page, you're dividing the cost of the paper by the number of logos. You get 20 on there, and your page and your toner costs say 30 Rand. It's now going down to just over a Rand per cost of printing a logo onto a cap, and you can charge anywhere from 10 to 15 to 20 Rand for a cap, depending on the size of the logo and depending on the amount of colors in it. Alright, let's go ahead and take my B paper. Next guys, we're going to do, I'm going to show you how I'm going to brand onto this cap, and we can do this. I want to show you, emphasize how you can brand onto peaks. Now you can, there's this traditional way of branding a cap in your cap press. You can press your peak inside there, you can press your peak inside there. The problem with that is it actually irons out all the stitching. It damages the stitching and it also flattens your cap out. Okay, I'll go over that a bit more now. Go ahead into the peel. Very simple, very easy to peel. Taking that. Alright, so I don't need a jig to hold this in place. I can do it by hand. So there's a method, you've got a couple methods to do it. If I wanted to go across the side there, I'm holding that logo like that, pressing that, and then I'm just holding it in place, just like that. Okay, I do the first press, heats it up again, just a little bit of a second one. And what you can see here is when I do it twice, you can see it starts to grip. I can now move my hand onto that side. I don't even need to hold it. Okay, just another press. If your silicone pad is at temperature, this is a lot faster. This is our first press of the day. So it does, your first press is slightly longer. After you do a couple, the heat is absorbed and it's retained inside the silicone pad. Just going to release that.
A little smaller pad, so you don't have to have big pads, a little small pad, and Geordie's just damping it. This is why you can do it by hand, guys, because you don't have to worry about, I think you...
A little bit too much there.
Alright.
Okay, now you can see it's in its glossy state. It's in a very glossy state at the moment. So what I want you to see now, it looks like a piece of paper on top of the surface. Can you see the stitching over here? Now what happens when I use my silicone pad? This is where a silicone pad is magical. I'm simply pressing over the logo just like that. I can do it once, but I'm going to do it a couple times. Now you can actually see the design of the logo in the cap.
And the stitches. Get out the light here.
Okay, I'm just going to do one more roll over there. Nice and tight, nice and hard. And then you're ready. That's now ready for market. That logo is on the cap beautifully. Alright, so that's how you can do a cap. This is what this is designed for. It's a temperature control unit or a handheld press. It allows you to brand on any part of a cap. I can now also brand on the back part of that cap. I can brand on the side of my shoe. I can brand it in the sole of my shoe.
You can personalize shoes, you can personalize any clothing item.
Any clothing item.
Cap. I'm going to bring out this cap that we've done here. If you look at the back of this cap, you can see, is it nice and sharp there? Okay, you can see the detail on that, that small font over there. There's no technology that can give you that very small font other than laser Uprint technology. Okay, very important. A lot of our clients are enjoying this for their labels on their shirts, and also I've done it again on the side of the cap. All right, we're on a time constraint, so we're going to have to go very quickly now, because we've only been given a certain amount of time. So we printed this, guys, on our it's like a silicone pre-print paper. This goes through our printer. We laminate it through. Okay. Okay. Right. We'll get ready on the other side there. Okay. So you just grab it nice and tight in your hands. So you're like pulling that skin around, and then you're going to come here quickly. Guys, this is an incredible process. It's a very easy way of doing it. So watch the candle just. You can actually see, as soon as it starts to melt, you can see it running inside there. You kind of want to let the wax flow. Alright, to make sure. Okay, and then you basically put that on and just let it cool down. You can give it a bit of a rub, make sure that it's all good. We rush in this, you don't have to rush this, but it's just to show you how simple this is, guys. Candles are a huge product for us. Okay, again, weddings, schools, personalizing it, funerals. Okay, and then if you watch carefully now, guys, I want you to know that this is now 100% wax over here now. Just wipe that excess wax off there. But if you look at this, guys, how pretty that candle is. Okay, let's just go underneath the light here. Okay, and this is wax, guys. It's already ready. That's how quick it is. Okay, we're the best in the world in printing full color candles.
If you want to, if the wax is over melted, there's obviously tools. You can use your fingers. There's ways to obviously.
You just rub it away, guys. Literally, if there's a line there, you just simply rub it away. See, that's gone now. So it's really it's a very sexy product to work with. All right, we got to move on. Okay. All right, then. Okay, guys, what we're demonstrating here is Hudson's going to show you. We're doing flash drives here. Very usable product. We've laid up, you can lay up to 15, 20 on a line, but we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's just going to show you how to do multiple products at once. All right, go ahead. It's in. Okay, you're just warming it up a bit. Okay, it's a jig. Now guys, I want you to see how clever these jigs are. They're magnets, which we are now clamping. We've got 3 magnets that holds it all in position so that they don't move. Okay, and activate. Hudson's putting on our activator. Okay, which is the be all and end all of this whole process. That's where our patents lie, is in the chemical transfer of these toners. Okay, you just measure the size of them, and then you just step and repeat in coral draw, and then you just line it up.
Yes. No, that way.
No, Hudson can do it, George. I'm sure he's done a million of them. Okay, when you're going in your production, guys, you can do 10 every between 8 and 12 seconds, depending on if it's 10 or 20 of these things. But you can end up getting these things out at quicker than a second a unit. And then you can also have 2 guys, 3 guys doing this. So it's a matter of just rubbing it on. Okay, that's our little Superman guy.
Okay, it picks it up. You can see the colors aren't correct yet. Magic lines now with the fusing of the process. It's still in its powder form.
Okay. Guys, so that's all you need to do. That will never come off. It's been fused on a very high temperature. You wipe a little bit of automotive oil on that, SAE 30 in that. It buffs it up very nicely, and yeah, they're a bit hot. So you take that, and you can now see. All right, because we are already over our time. All right, activate the pen. We're going to show you how to rack print what we showed you in the showcase. Okay. That's putting our activator on.
Okay guys, this takes technique. It's especially on your wrap pens. There's a little bit of technique involved here when transferring a logo as big as this onto a pen. And this is what we'll do, is we'll train you how to do this, either online or in person.
Okay, let's go.
That's the magic. That's simple. Straight onto a pen, full wrap, print. And let that sit for, if you put it here, so what we do, it builds a jig here, 100 pen holder, that allows you to hold 100 pens at once, because that chemical is going to take about 15 minutes to dry and cure. Each pen doesn't want to touch each other, so we use that to hold the pens in place while they are drying. Okay, we're going to be doing a stainless steel mug. This is a cup or a mug. You can use it for wine, or if you're out in the fields or going out for a camping trip. This is a nice stainless steel cup. We're going to be printing a Hello Summer onto there, which is a nice vibrant color. You can see he's using his palm. This chemical feels like coconut oil on your hands. It's harmless. Okay, takes the logo, creases the paper so that when he's applying the logo is not touching yet. You can see the paper is arched, so the toner is not touching the surface yet. Only when he's ready, what he's going to do now. Okay, Clement, you can start printing in the meantime. Use the Uprint logo. Alright, so this is a metallic finish. So there's no underbase in here. As I said in the beginning of the video, underbase is what makes the colors more brighter. The metallic finish now, there's no underbase underneath, there's no white toner. And I'm going to show you the difference now on the stainless steel bottle. We're going to, instead of doing the sheet cut, let's do the Hello Summer. Let's do that one. Now this Hello Summer has got some underbase. This has got some underbase on it, and I'm going to show you the difference on the stainless steel surface. Other way around. There you go. Right, you can see he's moving the back of the bottle up and down just to make it a bit easier for him to transfer it. Rotating it. See, Clement's a little bit nervous today. Alright, so now we're going to heat fuse this. I'm going to show you the difference in the color. Come across here. So what I'm doing, just taking a heat gun, simply fusing the logo. As you can see, the colors have changed now. Nice and fast. I'm going to take that. You won't see too much change in color on the metallic finish, but that is the two differences. One with underbase, see, this has got a much brighter color. That's more of a metallic finish. So you can go for two finishes. We've got a lot of companies that have the dispensaries in your toilets, the hand dryers, the toilet roll dispensers. They use our technology and they like the metallic finish. And then you've got a color finish. You can have both options.
Longer
Alright, thank you. Let's move on to the next thing.
Okay, we're doing the ceramic mug here quickly, guys, which is how we do just a normal summer. This is like an out of the cup mug. It's not a sublimation mug. It's, you just line it up with your eyes.
Right, nice transfer onto mug. Watch your colours change. Right, that mug, after it's sprayed then and heat gunned, this is then dishwasher proof, and you can also use it with
okay, there you go, same process as the ceramic mug. Thing about glass is, guys, it's transparent, so you can't just spray stuff on this. There's a procedure that goes through this. Again, what we're going to do is we're going to just spray that now for now.
You can take a look at our video online and how we do glasses in full.
Okay, watch the colors. Okay. There we go.
That's a glass transfer. Okay, let's do it off.
Okay.
Okay, hard helmet's last. As you can see, we've got so many different items to brand, so we are rushing to try fit everything in.
Okay, just before he does it, just to show you guys, I let that cool down. I've heat fused that, and right now when you scratch, you can scratch it as hard as you want.
Oh, we'll show it at an angle.
And then it's very durable. Our stainless steel is known for its durability.
Right, doing a golf ball, there's a couple different methods. This is the simpler method. He simply just put his logo on the cloth, on the silicone pad, applied pressure, and now he's just going to pick it up nice and gently, reveal the logo.
Still for a bit.
So there we go, awesome. Then we'll do one more press of the silicone pad. There's you can just use this one here. take again, one more press, just like that. Allows us to push the toner into the dimples. Once you've pushed it into the dimples, you let that dry for 1 day, and that should be great for any golf day event or playing golf with your mates. Alright, we just transferred, printed onto a ceramic plate there. Again, sprayed the same as the ceramic mug. Once that's cured and fused properly, it becomes dishwasher proof.
So let me spray this quickly for you. Okay, and you watch your colours. Okay, there you go. Okay, that dries, it'll dry glossy, and it's okay. Got it. All right, let's get that helmet ready. Go through there, do the helmet. In the meantime, while he's preparing the helmet, if you just look here, guys, you can just see this little job that's in the factory at the moment. All different color bottles, printed all with white. Okay, there's some of you adjusted. We'll just show the guys. Okay, nice, like a magenta color on. Okay. All right. Okay, here's the helmet. Go quickly. Okay, this is polypropylene, guys. It's always been a difficult product to print, but our chemicals are very good and very durable on polypropylene, and it's we'll see, I think.
Perfect transfer onto there, and then we'd use our
Heat gun
or polyprop chemical or PPX chemical that will make it then scratch resistant. We're just going to use a heat gun for today, just to show you the colors. That is done with our chemical transfer.
Alright guys, so basically the video is a little bit long, sorry, to get through all these things in the time factor we got, which is supposed to be 20 minutes, it's impossible. But we need to show you the versatility of this technology, that if you're buying one product, whether it be UV or direct to garment or a large format or whatever it is, the important thing you must know is that with one machine, you can do all these promotional gifts, which means it can be any shape, size or form, and you can do it. So and our training process is vigorous. It's we pretty much go from 3 weeks all the way through to 6 months, and as you go along you need us less and less. But we are here, this whole place you see is our training facility, and this is where we will train you to make sure that your business is a success. We do not give up on anybody until they give up on themselves. So just know, when you buy our technology, it's all we sell. We don't sell any other technology, and Geordie's always there to help you on WhatsApp. Go ahead, George.
Guys, just to emphasize, when you do buy our technology, we have a training app that you can download on your smartphone. We also have a training manual, which you will get a physical document sent to you, and you can print that out and put it on your wall to see what the settings are for branding and separate products. We do have a RIP software that I hopefully can maybe just throw in an extra video at the end here to show you what a RIP software can do. It has a costing feature, and it tells you how much your page costs and your toner costs on a page. And besides all of that, guys, you do have me on WhatsApp. You have any issues, I immediately reply to you and I'll give you a solution to your problems. We are a family-run business, so everything we do it with heart. And thank you for watching this video. We hope to see you in the future.
Yeah, I hope to hear a lot of questions from you guys. Anything we'd like to answer. Okay, thank you. Have a good one. How's it going?
Okay, thank you so much. If the attendees can please just post your questions in the questions section just while we're waiting for Jordan and Richard to get ready again, as well as in the chat section, and please take our polls as well. I see there's a lot of questions coming through. just getting, Jordan's just getting ready. There's a lot of stuff being demonstrated.
You've just come on.
Okay, they're back with us now.
Can you
Hi,
answer
guys.
that? How's it? How are you?
Hi, guys. Okay, so thanks so much for that demonstration. We've got some questions coming through. It's a bit more on the technical side, but for example, Sean Fredericks asks, does the activator or other chemicals used expire, and how often do they have to be replaced? Is there a usage or shelf life?
All right, well, they can expire, but it's a long life. It can be up to a couple of years, depending on how you store it. If it's in a cupboard in a cool place, it gives you a hell of a long time.
If you store it wrong, though, you're looking at roughly 8 months minimum. 8 months on the shelf.
Okay. All right, so we do put them in proper containers and things like that. So, yeah. And any of these other questions, I think you've answered quite a few already online there. But yeah, so I just like to quickly, before we go off, if I may, I just want to just show basically a little bit of value in how we make money in this technology. Because one of the very important things that you guys out there must know is that Uprint isn't just about selling you printers and printing technology. We also show you how to make money with it, because we've learned where our money lies and where the profits lie, and what products to print and what to go after to make your retained income the most. Sorry for that word, the most. So I've got a few examples for you quickly. I'm just going to show you. All right, so basically, just on quickly, you get a sublimation mug. Okay, this is a sublimation mug, so we can clamp this, okay, with a normal clamp. So we can still do the sublimation mug clamp and for a full wrap round thing like that. All right, so but our markets and the money lie in mostly just doing a normal mug at the cupboard. Okay, so print on either side.
You can even go onto the handle, as you can see there.
And the handle,
any part of the cup, you can brand the inside of the cup as well.
Okay.
So that's the chemical transfer fee.
All right, now that, just to give you an idea, I'm not sure what people pay for the sublimation mugs, but it could be anything from, say, 15 Rand to 30 Rand, depending on the product. Whereas you can still get these things for 8 Rand. In the good old days, you used to get them for 3.50, but you know, so there's a substantial difference in price and profit. All right, now that's just because our opposition can do mugs. But when you come to things like they can't do, like let's say, for instance, a spoon, and you see we've printed on the inside of the spoon and on the powder coated section here. Okay, now just to give you an idea, if you look at like this on an anodized stainless steel, here's a wrap print, Eco Trend SA. Okay. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that very nicely, but I'll try and be patient. There we go. Okay. Now, just to give an idea on that straw, we printed out a page. All right. Now, the page is an A4 size, and it's got comfortably 60 logos on there. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So comfortably 60 logos on there. Now, we did a little bit of math quickly for you guys, just to show you what the profits are on that. That page would have cost you 8 Rand 20. Okay. With the paper ink, because we've got a costing system on our software, which you will have, and that'll cost you 8 Rand 20
for the whole page.
For the whole page,
with the paper and
with the paper, exactly. And then there's 60 logos on it, and then we basically comes down to 13 cents. It would have cost you to do that straw. You can charge anything up to between 6 and 12 Rand, depending on quantity. But normally a product like that,
if you charge 12 Rand.
So if you charge 12 Rand, you're making 720 Rand off an 8 Rand page. 720 Rand. There isn't any technology out there that gives you that kind of profit on an 8 Rand page with ink. Okay, that you can produce. Let's say your jobs will average 100. That's 2 pages, and an average job gives you 150 Rand setup plus 700 Rand profit. You're looking at nearly 1,000 Rand profit per page per different job. Okay, that is why we push our chemical side, and we teach our clients to go after that type of product, because your retained income is very, very, very high, guys. Very high. We emphasize it, and that's what we teach you on what products to find, how to print them, and where the money lies.
And then there's just another example there. There's an aluminium pen. These are very difficult to brand on. You can use a pad printing machine, but you're limited to size and color. That's a full color logo on an aluminium pen. And we can wrap even further than that. That is one of the unique products that
All
you're
right.
branding.
Now that logo there would have probably cost you about 20 cents. It's slightly bigger. You might have got 50 on a page. My point being that you can charge maybe, if it's, let's say you've got 100 of these, you can easily charge an aluminium pen 12 to 15 Rand, you know, depending on where you are in your client base and your economy. But you quickly learn how to do that. There's not a hard and fast price, but we do not like our products and prices to be prostituted. So we ask you to always keep your prices, because once you're down there, it's hard to come back up again. And we teach you how to do that. There's a whole thing behind it, a whole training process on where to make money. For those guys who've got existing businesses, we don't dictate to you. We're talking about the mom and dad market, if you want, for startups.
Or running from home.
Or running from home, if you want. But those guys that are online who've got existing businesses and need to add a whole new sort of like a short run to long run part of their business. In other words, if they're silk screeners or pad printers and they need a solution for full color short runs for the guys that are coming for 10 and 20 products in the promotional industry, this is the solution, guys, and we're the company for it. So we look forward to hearing from you. Another thing is, guys, that for about 55, it's 55,000 at the moment with the heat press.
Comes with a handheld press, spray gun. It comes with a liter of each chemical, 100 sheets of yellow paper, which is what we just showed you now for all the promotional side. Comes with 50 sheets of your marine A and B paper, as you saw in the beginning of the demonstration, for the t-shirts, for the caps, for diaries, for sports balls, for wood, for serviettes, any heat transfer. And yeah, that comes with the RIP software as well, which gives you the costing feature on it.
And just to give you an idea, guys, the RIP software's value is 15,000, and I'll leave that to you to see how much you're paying for the rest of it, the printer and the other stuff, as opposed to like looking at our opposition and what you're paying and what you're getting from Uprint. Because Uprint, this is the be-all and end-all of what we do. We do not delve in sublimation or any other product. Okay.
Thank you. We are ready to take any questions.
Any questions? Yeah, we'd love to answer.
Okay, good. Well, I'll just look at the guys that you've, well, the questions that just weren't answered. There was one here from Naomi. She says, can I use any USB, or does she have to use a specialized product? I assume for the branding. Can you use any USB, or does it have to be specialized?
Yes, you can use any USB,
wooden ones,
any
product.
Any product. You're not limited to the surface you're branding on. It doesn't have to have a coating on it.
It doesn't have to be smooth.
Doesn't have to be.
We have a solution for all of it.
All of it. Any surface, any product, except for silicone rubber, I would say.
Yeah, nobody can print silicone because silicone is designed so that nothing can print it. So silicone and what other product we don't like is the
your very cheap nylon plastic.
Your nylon plastic. Okay, so that's that kind of very colorful bottle you get that you can see it. And if a woman has got cream on their hands, you grab that and you've got your fingerprints on that. So it actually looks nice until you touch it. So we recommend to our clients not to do that.
You can brand it, but it's not advisable.
Yeah. All right. That's the only two products that we wouldn't recommend.
We got a question from Eric. He's saying, are the chemicals used to print on plates and mugs harmful to health at all?
No, not at all. Once the chemicals are cured, the chemicals become a solid, and they will not affect
all the
you.
Solvents.
Yeah.
What basically Jordan's saying is, once you spray it on and the solvents are extracted, they actually release from the chemicals that we put on, and it becomes ceramic, if you want, like the plate itself. Okay, very durable. We're not, and we're going to be totally honest, you guys. It's not as durable as a fired kiln ceramic. It is kind of between there and we'd be the next step down on what's the best thing to put on.
It'll be more durable than sublimation.
More durable than sublimation.
We've had mugs in the cupboard for 5 years. It is extremely durable, yes.
Okay.
So that's with the mug sides. Two people have asked about the t-shirts, like how many washes can you get out of a t-shirt before the fading, and then how durable is the printing on the t-shirt before it fades? It's basically
there's different materials. So your 100% cotton shirts are obviously best printed by silk screening or direct to garment. On a heat transfer, you're looking at a minimum of 30 washes, but on a polyester or polycotton nylon shirt, you're looking at over 100 washes for those type of materials. but your 100% cottons are, you would do short runs on those racing events, promotional use for cotton shirts. Anything else is obviously going to be as durable as your silk screening and direct to garment.
And then just to add to that, we do have a few secrets that we don't keep close to our chest. We don't show it on how to make these laser toners more durable on shirts and things like that, and the secrets behind it, because that's all we do. We just keep doing research on how to make our product better. Okay, and you'll find that if you go to our website, you'll see a hell of a lot of videos on what we do, and we're always adding to that. Every day or every week you'll find a new video, something new product. For instance, when the masks were a big issue, we designed masks. We sent it out to any guys who had laser cutting machines. We laser cut a mark. We added value with the print, and
they could start up their business during COVID-19.
We've been running, exactly, Jordan. We've been running since, I think, the first month of COVID lockdown. All our companies started up again because they started printing masks. So we got all our companies, all 800 of the guys that are actually operating out there at the moment that are in this country.
They could start
up and start printing, and they were very grateful for that because, you know, that kept them going. So we are looking after our guys all the time. You don't buy our technology and off you go. You become kind of part of the family, and you always can be. I mean, we've got an app, a brilliant app. You go onto the app. If you need any questions asked, you go onto the app. They will be answered on that app in some form.
And so the website's been updated now with a frequently asked questions page where you can see what does a toner use, what is your toner usage before toner is emptied. There's questions about the printer, there's questions about the yellow paper, there's questions about the chemicals. All of those questions can also be answered on the frequently asked questions page.
Very
on our
important.
website.
And also that gets sent directly to Jordan straight away. He knows if somebody's asked a question on the website, doesn't have to go on and see. It immediately goes to his phone. So those questions are answered immediately. All right. Now, another important thing is that on that website, sorry, I actually lost my train of thought there for a second.
On the website, there is a chat bot. So if you want to communicate with us on the website, it'll pop up in the bottom left corner, and we can communicate with you there.
I'm getting old.
Next question.
Okay, so Wendy is asking, how long is the basic training for these products?
The basic training for these products is we generally have a 2-day period where we train you in person. So it's 3 hours the first day, 3 hours second day. If you're in person, I do heat transfer on the first day and chemical transfer training on the second day. Separate the two because there is a lot to there's lots of information.
Absorb,
It's an information overload, so we try and separate the days. If you're not going to come in person, I do online training through TeamViewer, where I'll show you how to use your rich software through TeamViewer, and I'll give you a call at the same time. And then if you want to be branding onto products, I use a phone, or you can use a computer screen, and you set it up showing me your hands, and I'll show you how to brand using the chemicals, and we'll also show you how to use the heat press and any other settings via an online video chat, so we can do online training.
Are we finding that our online training over this COVID time, because we continue to sell, has been very, very effective? So, you know, the guys that used to say, oh, you live in Durban and it's so far away, and actually it's 5 hours away by car and an hour away by air. But having said that, the online training has been proven, because we sell a lot overseas and they don't have an option to come here. So we've been training, like for instance, last week we trained somebody in Germany, and it sometimes takes a bit longer in terms of days to get our message completely across, because you don't have the feel and touch, or the smell and touch senses. But we get through it. We make sure that people.
It's continued training.
It's a continuous.
So if you have another big one is, if you get a job and it's a big job and you're battling on it, you give me a video chat. I work with you on the job before you start your job, and you get going like that. I do work with a lot of clients where they start up and we don't get through the full training. They eventually just come to me with each job, and I'll go through it with them, and eventually they'll
we win them off, basically.
Yeah, they win them off. Yeah.
Guys, and I'll be totally honest with you, it's not something, I mean, you can start doing products immediately. We learn how to do pens, you know how to do pens. And as it goes, it's progressive.
Yeah.
So we've worked out it takes between 4 and 6 months of using our technology to wean you off. So for the first 4 to 6 months, we get a lot of questions from you and you know, worries and things like that, but we will walk with it through you because we need you to get to the other side where you're buying our technology, our papers, our chemicals and toners, because that's where we make our money.
And also want to emphasize the 4 to 6 months. That's he's not saying you are only going to be able to use it by then. It is, you'll be able to learn that after our training. You'll learn it after the 2 days of training. If I do it online, you'll know most of the stuff. But to master the technology is going to take you 4 to 6 months.
Okay, great. So
please don't think that you are making money on every product and whatever you tackle. But what I'm saying is, I think you get the gist.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, we have reached our time limit now. Do you guys want to end off with any last words just for our attendees?
All right, guys, if you have any other questions, please feel free to email us or you can contact me on WhatsApp. I'll put my number on the questions page, or you can get it on our website. Thank you very much for watching, Richard.
Appreciate your time. We really do. And like, this is our first webinar and I hope it's gone well. I hope you enjoyed it. And looking forward to, you know, seeing you guys. Thanks very much
thank you
for hosting it.
Thanks, South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Thanks for hosting it. And, you know, at least there's something we can do during this COVID. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. And thank you to all the attendees for watching. I'd just like to reiterate that you will be emailed a replay of this webinar, and it will be available on our signafrica.com/live platform. Thank you very much and take care.
Thanks very much, Jeff.
Cheers. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.